this is Joseph with VLA Aesthetic at Skin Perfect Brother. We're going to talk about important arteries in terms of injection. So the carotid comes through here, artery, and it has two branches. One is the facial artery, When it reaches the alar, it's called the alar artery. And then it comes up here, it becomes an angular artery. And this is very important. It anastomoses with the dorsal nasal artery, which is right here, comes from the eye. Dorsal nasal artery comes from the eye. Trochlear artery comes on top. And the product could go from here and goes inside through the anastomosis, traveling through the dorsal nasal artery or the trochlear artery into the eye, into the ophthalmic, then retinal artery.
So here's a depiction of the anatomy where the facial artery turns into angular artery right here. And then it anastomoses or connects with the dorsal nasal artery right here. So angular artery and facial artery, both of these are from the external carotid system, while the dorsal nasal artery are from actually inside the eyes, which I'll show you. And when the external and internal connects and links, the filler, when it's injected with high pressure and fast injection, you'll flow this way, and it actually will go inside the eyes that way, because this artery actually comes from inside the eye, the dorsal nasal artery, along with supratrochlear is from inside the eye, supraorbital from inside the eye. So this 1, 2, 3 are from the internal carotid system. And there's another one that's not depicted here, which is the lacrimal artery from inside the eye that connects with the zygomatic orbital. So, but the whole point about this is when we inject the nasolabial region, we have to keep in mind we're at a very high risk area, and this artery lies in mid depth. So we inject either deep in this region or superficial. Deep to the artery, superficial to the artery in this region. And that is the vascular anatomy. Arteries involved here when we're injecting the nasolabial. So dorsal nasal artery is now highly pressurized. When someone injects very fast and at a high pressure, the thumb plunges down, and the pressure created along this ophthalmic artery right here, I'm going to circle ophthalmic, now exceeds the pressure from the heart, the systolic pressure, which is about 120. And so this pressure coming through overcomes the pressure of going out, and so the product travels. And let me redraw this real quick. So high pressure pressurized product comes in here, okay, and it overcomes the pressure from the heart, the systolic. Then as the person releases the plunger and take the thumb off, suddenly this pressure is gone. That pressure there is gone, and what the product's going to do is those product that's come in here due to the high pressure backs up that way, but more importantly, it backs up into the artery here, the central retinal artery. So it backs up into the central retinal artery, and the product gets deposited there into the retinal area, causing lack of oxygen to these tissue and possibly resulting visual changes and blindness. So I labor this point, guys, my injection artists, to say inject, slow, plunge, push the plunger slow. Because when you push the plunger hard, the pressure builds up, the product travels this way, and then when you release the plunger, some of the product will back right up, right into the central retinal artery, which is right here, leading to the serving the retinal tissue here. Okay, so please be very careful injecting nasolabial region, injecting the nose, injecting the forehead, okay, injecting the temporal area, glabella region, because the temporal area connects with here, temporal area. The temporal area connects with lacrimal artery, and the forehead connects with both of this and this. And when we do nasal contour, it connects here. So those are the entry by which product could come in. High pressure, when the pressure is going, backs up again and come here. Okay, so it's very important to understand to inject slowly, note the depth and the pathway.